It's been an opportunity for Italy to remember how many nations are Italy's friend. During the most difficult part of the pandemic, when Italy needed support, both in terms of medical supplies and support, in that moment we understood that Italy must continue to reinforce multilateralism because it is essential for the future of our relations.
You mentioned the medical equipment. I'm presuming straight away you're talking about that very important relationship with Europe and China as well. It's a very difficult conundrum for various reasons. One, you want to hold China to account for human rights issues for Hong Kong, but at the same time you want to be a partner. Is Europe going to be able to negotiate its own path regardless of where the US goes?
It's important to me that I mention that we receive support from all over the world, even supplies of medical equipment we bought from China like everyone else, but also from other countries. So the issue of our geopolitical alliances is not in discussion. Italy is firmly placed in the Euro-Atlantic alliance and an ally and friend of the US. The purchases of medical equipment during the pandemic does not change their relationships and alliances. In fact, it reinforces our friendship with the US. I thank President Trump for having approved $100 million in aid for Italy during the pandemic.
In terms of that very difficult relationship with both of those parties, though, let's concentrate first, if we can, on China. Countries all over Europe and the world are making decisions on Chinese equipment in infrastructure going forward, in 5G to be specific, and the role of Huawei. When will you and the government have made your decision on Huawei? There have been reports that Huawei will be excluded from 5G development in Italy.
I fully agree with our allies, especially the US's concerns regarding the safety of 5G technology and our tech infrastructure. Italy, with our 3 regulatory measures, understands the US's concerns on the safety of cyber networks and infrastructures.
Do you feel the time is coming when Europe will have to either side with the United States in this issue or actually say Huawei is a reliable partner and we can go with China?
The moment has arrived, according to the Italian government, that Europe will finally decide on a single set of regulatory measures regarding cyber safety. And I believe that Italy, like France, has the most rigid tech regulation measures, so is in a position to be a point of reference for comprehensive European regulation that protects our strategic infrastructures, both cyber and communications.
You mentioned your praise for Donald Trump and the aid given to Italy there, but on other areas there are real concerns about Mr. Trump's attitude and commitment to Europe, whether it be over NATO, whether it be over trade as well, and thankfully a rapprochement over Parmesan amongst other things quite recently as well. But over the longer term, do you believe the administration and Mr. Trump is a reliable partner for Italy and Europe?
We've only seen commercial advantages during the Trump era. Our products, even during the tariff initiatives, were protected. Made in Italy was always protected. Exports to the US continue to grow even in this moment of COVID-19 crisis. The US is our main partner, our ally and friend. We've worked well with the Trump administration.
I know that you have a key role to play, or Italy has a key role to play in the Mediterranean. I know you want to, whether it's in the Eastern Mediterranean, whether it's in Libya as well. Historically, though, the cohesion between Germany, France, Italy, Britain and others, it just hasn't been there at an EU level as well. You're taking on the G20 next year as well. Is there an opportunity, as Mr. Trump perhaps pulls back a little bit on commitments to Europe over a long time, for Europe to develop its external relationship and perhaps show a little bit more force as a unified force?
I believe that without the US, it will be difficult to transform the Mediterranean region from a place in a crisis to one experiencing economic and commercial prosperity. And it's true that in the past, the EU has been divided on certain important issues, like Libya, for example. But in this moment, together with the US and our European partners, we are finally able to promote a political process that will bring stability back to Libya. This will allow the Mediterranean region to become an area of great economic and political opportunity for the West.